Welcome back again to my channel Balvigan Bharti with Avilash Sarkar, and we have moved up to the problem number 15 on times, speed and distance. We will now start with the problem number 16. So the 16 problem says Mark covers a distance. Mark covers a distance of d kilometer at a speed of t kilometer per hour at a speed of t kilometer per hour. Then he covers 2d kilometer at half the speed. At what speed should he covers next 3d kilometer so that average speed of entire journey is 0.8 t kilometer per hour. Okay, so Mark covers a distance of d at a speed of t kilometer per hour. Then he covers, so first initially covers d, let's say this is d at t kilometer per hour. Then for the double of its length 2d at half of the speed, that means t by 2 is moving. Then the further distance, that is of 3d, it is being asked what is the speed here. The speed is how much? Speed is how much so that their entire average velocity, that means entire journey, the average speed for the entire journey is 0.8 t. So that is the condition. Now let's say this speed be something, you can say s speed. So as you know, the average, this is very simple one. Average speed is equal to what? Total distance upon total time. This is the only one and the only one equation for average speed. So total distance here it is d, 2d and 3d. There is no ambiguity because this is the 3 segment this is covering. Now total time. Time how will I calculate? Segment wise, the first segment it is covered in this much second with t upon 2, third with s. Now as per the problem, only unknown is s, because everything is in d or t is known. You can assume average speed is given as 0.8 t. Okay, now this d if we cancel, it could be cancelled out. This is 1 plus 2 plus 3, that means 6. Ultimately numerator, denominator, it is d cancelled out, so 1 by t plus 2 by t, 2 now, this is 4 because that 2 will go up, so 2 by t, and ultimately this is 3 by s, so that is equal to 0.8 means 4 by 5, 4 t by 5. You can write it in fraction, everything I am writing. So if I rub this space, so now ultimately if I can reduce this 3, now I will multiply this 1 by t by 4 by t is 5 by t. So ultimately if I reduce it further before doing calculation, 2t by 5 is equal to 3 upon 5 by t plus 3 by s. Okay, now multiply it. This will be multiplied, so this will be 10, this into this, plus 2t is 6t by s, this is equal to 15. So 6t by s, that is equal to 5. So s is equal to what? 6 by 5 into t. So in terms of the known t, because t is known as because it is in the question already. So what is so that average what is the requirement? At what speed should he cover the next 3D? So this is we have assumed that s is the speed, so this is its speed, 6 by 5 t would be the answer. Okay, moving to the next, number 17. Okay, a boat travels 20 km upstream. A boat travels 20 km upstream and d square was 5 km downstream. This delimiter downstream in total t hours. Okay, and it covers 15 km downstream and 35 km upstream, in total 1.125 t hours. If the boat can travel, if the boat can travel 40 km upstream in T hours, then find the time taken by boat to cover dq kilometer downstream. Okay, so a boat travels 20 kilometer upstream and this much kilometer downstream in total t hours. Okay, so let the boat speed, individual speed be b, and the boat is on the water itself. So as we are seeing that upstream and downstream, that means the water itself having some speed. So water speed, we are saying the water speed, actually it is current, so we will take it water speed be w, on which the boat is floating. So while they are going upstream, so boat travels 20 kilometer upstream and this kilometer downstream. So when something upstream, I have already explained in earlier problem, that upstream means he is facing, the boat is facing some resistance. So that case, that as it is facing resistance, it would take longer time. So longer terms means the distance upon the time is longer, that means this denominator part is less. In that way, if boat is overcoming the speed of the water, that means boat speed must be high, and that has to be the speed that has to be considered to go in the upstream is the boat speed minus the water speed, because water is giving resistance, that's why it's taking more time. Upstream is struggling to move, and this much is downstream, means when it will move downstream, then the water current will help to move. So boat speed plus water speed, this is the time for upstream, this is the time for upstream, this is the time for downstream, and this together will give you time t. This is the first equation. Okay, fine. And it covers 15 kilometer downstream. So in second case, 15 kilometer downstream is, this case b plus w will be the case which will come below the 15, and 35 kilometer upstream, 35 kilometer upstream is b minus w, kilometer in total 1.125 t. This is the case. Now there is two unknown as per the information given. T is known, that's why it is being declared in the, so b and w are the unknown fact here, and everything is known. Now if the boat can travel 40 kilometer upstream in t hours, now another thing is that the boat can travel 40 kilometer upstream, so 40 by upstream is b minus w, that is equal to t again. Okay, so this is the another equation. Then find the time taken to cover the dq. So downstream, what is the time taken to cover the distance, that is the different one. Now we have to represent this in terms of the b and w in terms of capital D and T, that is to be done. Now how will you do that? Because this is in T, only you can move this part out, so you will get b plus w. Out of that, b minus w is by t, you can calculate. So 1 by e is equal to t by 40. T by 40 can be there. So b plus w can be calculated there. And okay, let me solve it. Now equation you know. So the ultimately it is dq. Remember this. I have to use this part of the board. There is no, only the last line I will keep alive here, because time required to cover this kilometer in downstream. So that's much I will keep. Okay, fine. So out of this, t can be written here itself. So d square plus 5 by b plus w, that can be given as t minus 20 by b minus w. So that can be written as t minus yes, you can write this way. B plus t can be written as 40 by b minus w minus 20 of b minus w, that is equal to 20 of b minus w. So you can write b minus w by b plus w, that is equal to 20 by d square plus 5. Okay. Now further, from here, this is the first kind of equation. From here you can write 15b plus w, that is equal to 1.125, that means is equal to 1 by 8 t minus 35 into b minus w, that is equal to 9 by 8, and t is equal to your t is equal to this much into 40 by b minus w minus 35 into b minus w, that is equal to 8, 5, 90 and 45, 10 b minus w. So this is 5, 3, 5, 2. So from here 3b minus 3w, that is equal to 2b plus 2w. So that means b is equal to 5w. So that can be established. Now if it is so, okay, if it is so, b is equal to 5w, put it there, 5w minus w by 5w plus w is equal to 20 by d square plus 5. So this is equal to 4 by 6, means 2 by 3. If 2 by 3 is equal to this one, 2 by 3 is equal to this one, so 2 by 3 is equal to 20 by d square plus 5. Ultimately this is equal to 2 can be cancelled, 10. So ultimately d square plus 5 is equal to 30. So d square is equal to 25. So from there d is equal to 5. Okay, fine. D is equal to 5, you have calculated. So now then d cube is equal to what? 5 cube, that is equal to 125. Okay, so question is in everything in kilometers. So d cube will be this much kilometer. Fine. So and one more thing, I have to calculate what downstream. 125 kilometer by b plus w is time we have to calculate. So this is my requirement. Now I have to calculate b and w both. So b is equal to w. So any of this equation I can put. So out of this 15, b is equal to 5w. So 6w plus 35 into 5w, 4w is equal to your 1.125 t. Okay, so from there if I take Okay, W common, so 2 and 4, 24, 12. 12 W is the LCM, so that will be 2, 30 plus 3, 35, 105, 35, 70, yes, 105 is equal to 1.125 T. So, T cannot be calculated here, or else you can calculate from here. 4W is equal to T. Why should I go for that? So 10. So W is equal to 10 by T. Need not to worry when I calculate this much. So W is equal to 10 by T. That means B is equal to 5 into 10 by T. That means equal to 50 by T. So B is equal to that. W is equal to 10 by T. So what is that? 125 by B is equal to 60, 6W, 6 into W, that's equal to 125 by 6 into 10 by T. So that is equal to 125 by 60 into T. 5 2 the 5 5 the 5 12, yes, 25 by 12 T. That is the time required. So that can be expressed in T only, and everything else is in calculated T. Yeah, this much of hours. So even if you can go for you can keep it in the fraction also. So this is the time for going dq of distance, dq, because d I have calculated 5, so dq is 125. So dq is covered in 25 by 12 T hours. Okay, this will be answer. Okay, moving to next number 18. Calculation is taking too much, because this kind of calculation I cannot leave, because that is a concluding sum. I need to calculate. Wherever it is very easy calculation, I will leave it for you. Okay. The board okay, that is done. 17, 18. A train P and Q. Train P and Q start at the same time. Start at same time. Train P travels from station X to station Y and train Q travels from station Y to station X. The ratio of the speed of train P to train Q is 11:16, and the difference in their speed speeds is 25 kmph. They meet after 1 hour. They meet after 1 hour and 36 minutes. Find the total time taken by P. Find the total time taken by P to travel from X to Y. To travel from X to Y. So what will be the train P and Q starts at same time. Train P travels from station X. There is two station X and Y. Train P starts from station X. P is starting from here. X to station Y, and the train Q starts traveling from the station Y to the station X. So this is your Q. The ratio of the speed P is to Q. The speed, I am taking the initial of the train P and Q in the ratio of this. Okay. And the difference of their speed. So I can assume the speed is respectively 11x and 16x if I assume. So their difference is 16x minus 11x, that is equal to 25. So that 5x is equal to 25, x is equal to 5. So that is equal to 55 and 16 into 5, 80. So that can be calculated from the information. Fine. And the speed is 25 km per hour. The difference, they meet each other after, let's say they are meeting at some point, that is S point, or let's say the point XYZ 1 hour 36 seconds. So that means the time at which they are meeting 1 hour 36 by 60. That means 1 upon 6 6 6 10 2 3 2 5 3 by 5. That means 8 by 5 hour they are taking to reach some point where they will meet. Find the total time taken by P to travel X to Y. So now after this point P going to X, so what is the total time taken? So this is the time taken when it is moved this much. So the speed we know. So what is the P is moving up to this is how much distance they are moving. They are together they move the total distance. The total speed for them, the speed, total speed, if I assume that is the speed of the train P and speed of the train, so this speed they are moving the total distance xy. Okay, so that distance, if I say this is something distance d, they are moving with the speed, and this distance is traversed by in this much time, isn't it? So this total speed is this. So distance is what? This the cumulative speed into the time 8 by 5. So that is being covered by both together and meeting at some point. So this you understood, because if I individually calculate this speed in the time, this much distance, this speed in the time, this much distance, all together this is the complete distance. So this distance can be calculated with the cumulative speed into the same time they are using. So that is what, 80 plus 55, that means 135 yes 135. So this is 135 into 8 by 5. So 5 2 is 5 7, and this is 6 5 8 2 is 16 16 and 5, that is 21 216. The 216 the distance. Now it is in which unit? This is kilometer, so this is also in kilometer. So what is the, find the total time taken P to travel X to Y. Now 216 is covered with the speed of P. The P speed is 55. So now we can calculate the time. We know the total distance. So P speed is 55 km per hour. So P's time PP is equal to total distance 216 by its speed 55 km/h. That would be in hour. So that is equal to how much, somewhat in decimal it will come. Okay, so you can calculate this. So this is the time taken P to move from X to Y. Understood? So I will end up here in the problem number 18, and the next problem I will move on to problem number 19 onwards. Thank you.